Alaikum. Thank you very much for inviting me to participate in this session. I'm actually one of those people who've been in Canada longer than I've been in Pakistan, about 45 years. So excuse me for my bit of a bias towards what I know more about this place than about my native country. However, when we look at the ability of Pakistanis in general, I think we are among the best in the world. And I say that with my personal experience and what our entrepreneurs, professionals, and other people in other spheres have done globally, whether it is North America or any other part of the world. The challenge that we face is that we've got a country with a superb potential and the best of people that you can find anywhere, but a major issue in all spheres is perception. Perception is just what people think about us for reasons that we can, in my mind, we can fix. And at this point in time, I think we are on that path. And I have overall information about saying that the Britishers left something very, very good to us, which was the medium of a language that is accepted worldwide and is spoken globally, and that's English. And we happen to be the third largest English-speaking nation in the world. That's the number that I have. We have a young workforce. We have good laws for, one of the challenges we face is intellectual property. When we build software, we want that to be protected, and those laws in Pakistan. So there's a lot of good things that the country has to offer. But unfortunately, our PR and our projection is such that there's resistance especially from the West, on giving us fair opportunities to compete openly in the global field. Price-wise, we are basically one of the best. Value-wise, we are good, but there's a challenge of credibility. Those things are basically have to do with some due diligence that we need to do to make sure that when we are giving out business, or whether it's outsourcing or any other such thing, you give more value back. And some of it has to do with social media that's out there. Some of it has to do with the global players. But my feeling is that if we can perform, and we are showing that, the numbers are showing that Pakistan is going to be and is still becoming a go-to country for solutions, especially in the technology field. Technology that I look at it's a double-edged sword. It's a disruptor and an enabler at the same time. And from our side, we have an advantage because what it's doing is it's disrupting globally, especially people like, I would call myself in that category, because if you look at Canada, we have an aging population. We need a lot of support in terms of immigration and all. And a country like Pakistan can provide the youth that is needed globally. And happy to say that even in this country, the professionals in IT from Pakistan are among the best. Again, I'm speaking from personal experience. Now, what do we do to mitigate and position ourselves so that we have a fair chance in the marketplace? I think it has to do with perceptions. I think it has to do with image. I think it has to do with social media engagement. And also for some of us to know where the channels are, where we can position ourselves so that we get the right exposure. For example, we talk about PwC, that is a superb move. There are companies on Gartner and such areas where they say, okay, where are you positioned? And what we find that Pakistanis have created some of the cutting edge technology firms globally, like we deal with one set up by Mr. Shoaib, which is Informatica. No other company can beat it. But in the end, we have to try to keep it within the boundaries of calling those Pakistani companies rather than, being taken up by other folks. From my side, I think the major issue is perceptions. And if we can come up with a strategy, and one way to do it is to combine it with some other industry. For instance, tourism. Tourism of Pakistan suffers the same issue that technology does. But once people see it, once people go to that country and visit and look at the beautiful land, they want to go back and back again. The same is with technology. If they have a good experience with a company, whether it's to do with outsourcing or whether it has to do with bringing people insourcing, bringing people from outside, they find out the abilities of the nation. However, again, I come back to say that within our own country also, I'll use Qaid Azam's vision of saying that we do not put ourselves into a silo and we work at the level of, not saying that we belong to any one space, but we are a global people, which we are actually in essence. So I think the hope for that country is great. I think the numbers that Mr. Barkan gave are very impressive. And I'm sure that down the road, we will continue to progress and will be acknowledged as one of the leaders in the IT space. Thank you.